In this video, I wanted to cover another super investor by the name of Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood is known to be a risk taker. She takes certain positions that maybe are not mainstream. In certain years, Cathie Wood has really outperformed the market, but on certain years, Cathie Wood's really trailed the market. I wanted to review her performance, her current portfolio, and see if there's ideas for other investors to maybe consider. This super investor goes into high growth areas where there's big bets. It's either going to make a lot of money or it's going to lose a lot of money. The ARK Innovation ETF, which I'll take a look at the performance, has had some super years, but it's also had some really big losing years as well. Cathie Woods invests in really big areas or big ideas like ARK Autonomous around robotics and robotaxi, next generation internet, genomic ETF. She also goes into cryptocurrencies. So there's a Bitcoin ETF, as well as other cryptocurrency technology ETFs. So it's really out there on these big ideas that could be very disruptive and really be very valuable, but they also are very risky. Since ARK has a number of ETFs, they make it easy to understand the stocks that they're invested in. Now let's take a look at performance. For the annualized return that they list on their website, their 1 year return is 8.36. And now let's take a look at calendar years. For the 2024 year, the ARK Invest website says that they earned 8.36%. That underperformed the market by a pretty good amount. 2023, they outperformed the market. I think there they had a couple of stocks that really rallied and really did well. One of them being Tesla. In 2022, it really underperformed the market and a 67% loss. 21, a 23% loss. 2020, a huge win. In 2020, ARK really invested in companies like Zoom and was really into the concept of everything is going to go remote and not come back. I think to some extent, remote um, activities remain, like Zoom is still growing. And let's face it, we're on a lot of video calls now. But certain things went back to normal. And I think that idea kind of faded away. Now, these are the numbers that ARK is putting out there. I'd like to take a closer look. And since they do provide all the details, all the holdings for this particular fund, I took those positions and did a year to date performance assessment to see where they're at year to date for 2025. Cathie Woods provides all the details of what is in the ARK Innovation ETF. And here is the list of those stocks from the biggest position to the smallest. Number one is Tesla. And that position this year has gone down in value. Roku is also a big position. And I'm not quite sure I believe in Roku. I think Roku is a device. It's and if you make peripherals and devices, that's a really tough market. It's also losing money here in 2025. Coinbase had a pretty good run toward the end of the year, but this year it's really faded as well. It's down 26% year to date. And Roadblocks is a stock that's only lost a little bit year to date, but it's really been a big loser over time. Palantir is a winner. That's a good position for the fund. CRISPR Therapeutics, I'm not familiar with that company, but it's doing well. And I think healthcare as a whole has been doing well. Shopify down, but that's a pretty solid company. Tempest AI up 39%. Wow, that's a big winner. Robinhood, it's been a winner this year. I also own Robinhood. Meta's been a winner, or I should say is appreciating in value. It's not an absolute winner. And then we've got biosciences down a little bit. Beam Therapeutics, Block, and I own PayPal over Block, and Block's really been struggling. Archer Innovation, Amazon, pharmaceuticals, Recursion Pharmaceuticals. So she has a lot of stocks in this particular fund. It's really spread out, but there's a lot of losers in here. You have a lot of losses that really, toward the bottom here, I've got a collection of all the losses. And what I've taken is I've taken the positions that they have published on their website, and I've used the stock price that was in place on the first of this year, compared it to the current stock price of today. And collectively in 2025 year to date, This fund's down 16.67%. So the information they put on their website, not sure how they came up with that number, but here are the numbers just based on the information they provided. It's down 16.67%. The fund's lost almost $1 billion. It's lost $863 million in value. The S&P is down 4%, so it's not like it's a booming market. And my portfolio is up, down 0.89% collectively. So I'm hanging in there, but outperforming the S&P and outperforming the ARC Innovation Fund by a big margin. Stock Circle is a website that will look at the performance of a super investor. And for Cathie Wood, for the 1 year performance, and I guess that's as of right now, including um, part of 2024 and then part of 2025, her funds are up 9.21. And I believe this is collectively all the assets they have across all ETFs. Over the 3 year, lost a little bit of money. So not too good for the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, we've had two stupendous years. So it should be very positive. Over the 5 year, just up 39%, and then 10 year, 159. So other super investors like Pat Dorsey, he's doing great in the 1 year, the 3 year, 5 year, and they're just killing it over the 10 year. And that's more of what I'm looking for. I think Cathie Wood, certain years looks like a genius, and certain years really doesn't look all that great because they're just big money losing years. As I get older, it's more important to have consistent appreciation and compounding of returns versus having a really bad year, which could really disrupt my future plans. So that's the performance based on this website. So that's the review of Cathie Woods. She really goes out on a limb and really will invest in really grand ideas. And when they pay off, boy, do they pay off. But there are also some big losses in her funds. So it depends on what kind of investor would be interested in investing in that type of approach. For me, as an older investor, I want to see a compounding of returns and I want to be more consistent. So I'm glad I'm doing my own investing with my own portfolio and making decisions all the way. So thanks for watching the video. I'd love to get your thoughts on what you think of Cathie Woods, and I appreciate you watching.